We chose to be franchisees because my wife and I always wanted to do something different. You know, we always thought about opening our own place. We looked at other options. It was way outside of our price point. It was usually larger companies that were already established, and I happened to be eating at the one in Davidson once, and they had advertised with table tent saying that they were looking at franchises. We gave them a call and we met with the owners. You know, they met us. It kind of, everything was what we were looking for. Now is a great time to be a franchisee and part of the Toast family because of everything that's been going on. Famous Toastery brings a certain atmosphere and certain setting and to the customers, so where they come in and it's an experience for them. You know, the servers are engaging, management's engaging. You know, it kind of brings a home away from home for a lot of customers, I think. I mean, that's the impression I get. Right now, especially with what we've been going through for the last 2 years, and with really no end in sight, it just kind of gives that stability of some place that they can go, enjoy fresh food, good company, good service, and not have to worry about what's going on outside. Some of the things I like about being a franchisee, relationships we've developed with the corporate guys, you know, with Rob, Brian, David. It's homey. You don't feel like you're just part of a franchise with a larger company and you just might be a store number. You know, here it's anytime we have any problem, we can go to them. Famous Toastery affords us a flexible lifestyle in the way that its hours being set up 7 to 3. We can still have a family life, home life outside of here. You know, we don't do dinners. We don't, you know, have to worry about being open till 11 o'clock at night, not getting home till 1 in the morning. We're able to do things, like I've said already, my wife and I have 3 kids. We can be involved with, you know, one's in tennis, one's in baseball, one's in drama. We don't have to worry about, oh, I can't be there because of work. Famous Toastery has supported us in our local market with events like we had what was it called? It was called Wilson's World. It's, I guess, a news segment that came out, and they filmed on our back porch. You know, Dave came out here and did that, but they advertised food we had, and it was specifically geared just for us. So when we first opened up, we had a hard time getting customers in, which a lot of, you know, restaurants do, but they're like, you need to spend money, you got to put it on Facebook, you got to do posts. They even financially helped us with that because, you know, again, we were a struggling restaurant new. Even though we were coming in the brand, it was a hard start, but they gave us, you know, financial support, encouragement, you know, post this, post that kind of thing. And we jumped up we ended our first year in 2016 with maybe just 200-300 followers, and then by 6 months into 2017 we had close to 9,000. We ended up having, I think, the second highest at the time within the company. Famous Toastery has become famous in our market. I think with us, and it's probably going to be the same with a lot of the other franchisees and other one, it's just that, you know, every server's your server. You've got fresh made stuff every morning. You know, it's just the relationships that the servers build with the customers, the relationships that the management builds with the customers and the staff. It's just, the word gets out that it's a fun place to be. My future with Famous Toastery looks right now to build more. Not necessarily more Famous Toasteries for me. My wife and I just own the one. We're kind of happy with that. But just to see it grow as a company, but also for us to grow individually. Across the water, they're building new apartments, new businesses, new restaurants, so that's only going to drive up our foot traffic because everybody who's living across the water can look out their window and see us. End goal is to make this our nest egg, to have it as our retirement. After, how many ever years we're initially signed on for 10 years on our lease with 2 5-year re-signs, we could technically be in this building for 20 years. Our goal is to see it continue to grow as a company and as us just as an individual store, to where we can turn around and sell it to the next generation, and this is what we've become as our nest egg. Other things that I like about Famous Toastery, I think I've pretty much covered quite a bit of it. From the leadership at corporate to having our own autonomy and being able to come up with our own menu items and put them on specials, or our own drink items, which we've had one of our drinks is now being used at every other Famous Toastery. We came up with this Hawaiian Sunrise several years ago, and then when they changed the menu, they asked if they could put it on. But having that freedom to do what you want to do, but still maintain the Toast brand, the Toast image. It's not a strict, this is how it's got to be done. Yeah, there's certain things that we have to do that it just goes along with the rest of the brands. But again, we have the freedom to do what we want to do. We have the freedom to be somewhat individual as a restaurant, and that, again, with the flexibility and time, that's just a few of the things that really make Famous Toastery a great place to be a part of as an owner, as an employee, whatever.